Hello guys, so today I have a video for you guys. This is a Shadowhunter tag. So we're just going to have all of the Shadowhunter Chronicles compete with each other so we can see which ones I like the most. But I just wanted to record something Shadowhunter-ish. I dressed as like Shadowhunter. I think this is kind of like what Shadowhunter gear looks like, you know, like the leather jacket and black dark things. I don't think I look as badass as the Shadowhunters do, but I tried, okay? Okay, so let's just get started. Okay, so the first question is favorite protagonist. We have Clary Frey from City of Bones, Emma Carstairs from The Dark Artifices, and Tessa Gray from Clockwork Angel. I'm not a huge fan of Clary Frey. I don't think she's a bad protagonist. I just think she's kind of generic. I'm sorry if you like her. I don't dislike her. I just think she's like more of the same, you know, like the typical YA character. I don't think she is very original, so I'm just gonna take her off. Then we have Tessa Gray and we have Emma Carstairs. So this is quite hard because I like both of them. So even though I like Tessa Gray, Emma Carstairs the most because she's really badass, and I have a lot of fun when I read her perspective, and I don't know, I just think she's really cool. She won this round for me. I'm gonna take my jacket off because if you put on a leather jacket, a black leather jacket in Mexico on summer, that's just a bad idea on itself, but I just wanted to look badass for you guys. Okay, so next question is favorite Herondale. And we have Will Herondale on The Infernal Devices, Kit Herondale from The Dark Artifices. I'm just gonna go ahead and take Kit Herondale off the table because I think he's really cool. I think he's got a really good sense of humor, and I love his relationship with Ty Blackthorn. But he's not my favorite Herondale because, I don't know, maybe it's because he's like younger than the other ones. He's just not my favorite, so I'm just gonna take him off the contest. So that leaves us with Jace Herondale and Will Herondale. Actually, this is not that hard because I do love Jace Herondale. He's a warrior and he's really strong and hot and everything, but Will Herondale is hot, strong, and he reads books. I mean, what else can we ask for? So I'm just gonna go ahead and choose Will. Okay, next question is favorite love triangle. We have the love triangle between Clary Frey, Simon, and Jace. So this love triangle, let's be honest, it's ridiculous. Like, we all knew that Simon was not a real contestant because, like, I mean, seriously though, and it was just ridiculous. Like, it's not a real love triangle for me. Then we have the love triangle from The Dark Artifices, which is Emma Carstairs, Julian Blackthorn, and Mark Blackthorn. I thought it was quite unnecessary, ridiculous, and annoying, so I'm just gonna take this one off as well. So that leaves us with the love triangle from Clockwork Angel. This love triangle actually was really good. We have Will Herondale, Jem Carstairs, and Tessa Gray. I love them all. I was Team Jem, but I do really loved Will still, so it was really hard, and I did not want anyone to suffer. I was just like, no, I don't want my babies to suffer. Like, it was quite hard actually. Okay, next question is best villain. So we have Sebastian Morgenstern and Valentin Morgenstern from City of Bones. We also have Malcolm Fade and Annabelle Blackthorn from The Dark Artifices, and we have at last Mortmain from Clockwork Angel. I'm just gonna take Mortmain off the table because, like, it was okay, but he was not the best villain out there in the Shadowhunter Chronicles. So that leaves us with Valentine and Sebastian Morgenstern and Malcolm Fade and Annabelle Blackthorn. So I've heard a lot of people say that Annabelle and Malcolm are not, like, they're not that scary, but I do think they're scary, especially Malcolm. He kind of reminded me of my uncle actually, and I thought like, oh yeah, he's a cool guy, that one cool guy you can watch romantic movies with and like just chill and be cool. And then he turned out to be the bad guy, and I was like, boy, what? Like, I just felt cheated on, really. And I was just completely surprised. I was not expecting that, and that's why it scared me. And also, he had really good reasons for doing what he did. Now, I'm not saying killing is good. That part scared the F out of me. That was just like, wait, what? But he was trying to raise the love of his life back, and that kind of made a bit of sense. but the whole killing part was just like creepy AF. And then we also have Valentine and Sebastian Morgenstern. Sebastian Morgenstern, I think what makes him creepier is the fact that he's Clary's brother, so like he doesn't show any affection for her, he doesn't even care what happens to her. I thought that was really crappy / creepy, so yeah, he's a good villain. But I think that between these two villains, the one that's best for me is Sebastian Morgenstern, because of the whole repercussions that he had, you know, like the thing that happened, the war that happened in these books, and also in Lady Midnight, his actions still affected the books that came after. Like, one person damaged a lot of things, so definitely Sebastian Morgenstern. Oh, next question. Best army or threat? So in the Mortal Instruments we have the Undarkened, in Lady Midnight we have the Cohort, and in Clockwork Angel we have the Clockwork Army. So all of these threats are really cool. We have the Clockwork Army, which I thought was really amazing, and I imagined it like super vividly in my mind, like this. I thought it was really cool because like it's so weird to see a Clockwork Army in like Victoria, London. I thought it was so out of place, and that's what made it so cool and so creepy. But I don't think this one is the scariest, so I'm just gonna take it off. So that leaves us with the Cohort and with the Undarkened. Now the Cohort reminded me kind of like the Nazis, because they thought they were better than the Downworlders, and I thought that that's what made them scary. They had the entire power, they could do whatever the F they wanted, and no one would tell them no. And then we have the Undarkened from City of Bones. If you read Lady Midnight, what Julian had to go through, like he had to kill his own father because he had turned Undarkened, that for me was just like, I don't think I could be as strong as Julian. Like if my own dad became Undarkened, it would be so hard to see that, because like they wear your family's face, but they're not really your family members anymore, they're like these monsters. So I think definitely the Undarkened for this round. Okay, so next question is best first book. So we have City of Bones as the first book in the Mortal Instruments series. We have Lady Midnight as the first book in the Dark Artifices series. And at last we have Clockwork Angel as the first book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. So I'm just gonna take Clockwork Angel off the contest because I do love it, but the first time that I read it, I thought it was not that interesting. I don't know why, but I didn't like it the first time that I read it until I reread it, and that's when I loved it. But because I didn't like it the first time, I'm just gonna take it off. So that leaves us with City of Bones and Lady Midnight. I don't love City of Bones. I struggled to get through the first half of the book when I first read it because I didn't think it was that good. I think it's good now, but I didn't think it was that good when I started it. And that leaves me with Lady Midnight. Oh my god, this book is one of my favorite books out there. It's like this big thing, it kind of seems intimidating, but it's not intimidating when you start reading it, because I loved it from the beginning to the end, and I fell in love with the characters from like page 1. And that's a lot to say, because like the writing style is so good, the characters are so rich and so well written, and I just loved it, and I did not want this book to end. So definitely Lady Midnight. Okay, so next question is best female co-protagonist. We have Cristina Rosales from Lady Midnight, and I really love Cristina Rosales because 1, she's Mexican and like I'm Mexican as well, and 2, she's really kind. She's a very good friend, but she's also like really powerful, so I love her for that. We have Isabel Lightwood from City of Bones. She's like this badass character. She's always really fancy, she has a good sense of humor, and she's this like really cool warrior. And then we have Cicely Herondale. Okay, I'm just gonna take off Cicely Herondale. I don't think she's a bad character. I actually do enjoy her very much. Like, while I was reading her, I thought she was really cool. But she's not better than Isabel and Cristina, in my opinion. So that leaves us with Izzy and Cristina Rosales. I love Isabel Lightwood, but I think I'm gonna have to say Cristina for this one. I thought she was really sweet and kind with the Blackthorns, so I'm just gonna choose Cristina for this one. Okay, next question is best institute. So we have the Institute from Los Angeles. This one is from Lady Midnight. We have the New York Institute from City of Bones. And we have the London Institute from Clockwork Angel. So I love the New York City Institute, but it's not my favorite. So that leaves me with the London Institute and the LA Institute. I think I'm gonna keep the LA Institute as the best one, just because I love the ocean, and this institute has ocean views. Like, how cool is that? And also I remember this institute as like a homey space, you know, because the Blackthorns live there, Cristina lives there, and also Emma, and I don't know, I just think it's like this cool place with cool views, and like a family-ish vibe. So I'm just gonna choose the LA Institute. Okay, so next question is best middle book. Okay, so for this one we have Clockwork Prince as a middle book in the Infernal Devices trilogy. We have Lord of Shadows, and we have City of Lost Souls. So this one is actually really hard because I love City of Lost Souls and I thought it was just so epic when I first read it, and I kind of feel like rereading it every time I look at it in my bookshelf, so that's a really good thing. Then we have Clockwork Prince from the Infernal Devices series, and this one was amazing. I just thought it was so epic. I thought there were a lot of plot twists, and oh my god, it was just so filled with like epicness. I don't even know how to describe the feeling that it gives me every time I look at it. I feel like rereading it as well every time I see it. And then I have Lord of Shadows in the Dark Artifices trilogy, and this book was just so epic. Like from the beginning to the end, I was just like hooked on the story. The characters were as epic as ever, and the finale was just like, oh my god, I was not expecting it. It was just so heartbreaking, and I just did not want this book to end. I was just like, I don't know, I was just like freaking out when I finished it. I don't even know how to choose, like it's so, if I have to take one of these out, oh my god, I don't know. I think it would be this one. I think it would be City of Lost Souls, because I loved City of Lost Souls, but I don't think it's better than these other babies right here, so I'm just gonna take it off. It pains me to do so, but I have to choose between Lord of Shadows and Clockwork Prince. Oh my god. Okay, if I have to choose, I think I like Clockwork Prince better than Lord of Shadows. I loved it till the very end, so I think I'm gonna choose this one. Okay, and the last question is best epilogue. So for this one we have the epilogue from Clockwork Princess, we have the epilogue from City of Heavenly Fire, and we have the epilogue from Queen of Fire and Darkness. Now to be fair, I haven't finished Queen of Fire and Darkness yet. I have not yet read the epilogue from Queen of Fire and Darkness, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take this one off from the contest. So that leaves me with City of Heavenly Fire and Clockwork Princess. The epilogue from City of Heavenly Fire was just like an injection of pure happiness, so it's really hard to choose, but if I had to choose between these two epilogues, I would definitely pick Clockwork Princess, because just my heart melted with this epilogue. I was just so happy when I read it, and you just get to know so much about the characters in this, and I was just fangirling the whole entire time. I did not want this book to end, and this epilogue was perfection, just like mwah. So that was it for my Shadowhunter book tag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or like whatever you want to tell me, you can just leave me a comment and I'm going to read it. And well, I hope you have an amazing day, and well, bye.